So here is the Gemini cold and dark startup. Again, first thing you're gonna want to do is set your lights up. I like the cabin light on. I like to have this on bright, and the attitude indication lights. All three of these I like on. Next thing, O2 bottle, make sure it's open. And you're going to take all these switches on. Except time to retro, 256 seconds. Platform rate, high. Standby, auto. Good. Now for the top panel, it's going to be these switches. All of these will be up. Max flow. And now the radio stuff I can never remember for the life of me. So let's just take a look at that. Here we go. So number 1 here, off. Silence is off. Continuous intercom push to talk. Control on a record. Off, command, control. So here we go. Calibrator to number 1. Standby transmitter is going to be real time. Transmitter here is going to be real time and acquire. Tape playback is going to be command. Antenna select, reentry, C-band beacon. Good. Off for that. And number 1 switch here is going to be UHF. There we go. Pedestal, radar off. Platform is going to be going to free, so take her all the way to the right. Rate gyros on primary. Computer off, pre-launch, attitude control is going to be on platform. Good. All that closed. Now we get the aux tape on. Platform, rate, and make sure this is high. And now the right panel circuit breakers. That is going to be all of these switches. AC power is going to go to IGS, Biomed 1 and 2, and that finishes that panel off. And fuel cells to warm up. Now, at this point, it's very, very important. You have to pay attention to the timestamps listed here. Right? 10 seconds, your liftoff, all of these have times you need to look at. We're not supposed to do battery check until T minus 50 minutes. T minus 50. So we'll do that at 50 minutes. Here we are at 50 minutes. Let's select the battery testing bus. And let's just check. 24 to 27, good. 24 to 27, 24 to 27. 24 to 27. The testing bus on the batteries is down. Yeah? Back to C. Now at 45 minutes, we'll get our fuel cell check. So let's take her down to 45 minutes, that is. All right. As we take each fuel cell on, again, fuel cells produce DC power, so it should be exactly the same as a battery, right? Fuel cells are just chemical reactor batteries, essentially. So each of the fuel cells is good, and then this section control power ties the fuel cells. But here we could see they're producing, not tied, so it's all volts, and that's good. Take those off and back to C. Squib and abort check at T minus 40. I can't remember. We do start on S1. Yep. So bring her down to T minus 40 minutes, and we'll do our squib and abort check. So for this, take us to S1. Off, off, off. You're verifying 0 volts. Umbilical, which is charging the batteries. It's also the squib test bus. Here we can see, look at that. S1 is good. Take these two off. 0 volts. 0 volts. C has voltage, which is good. If we take this one off, C doesn't. So that's good. S2. Good volts. And that completes the squib check. Now we can do the request abort and squibs check. We can see the abort light will come on. Good. And then the abort light will turn off. Good. Full internal power at T minus 15 minutes. So let's bring us down to 15 minutes. So this step is the most important to do at the specified time. If you do it before, you use up all of your cryo-react reservoir and you get no fuel cells anymore. And then, hippity hoppity, your batteries are now Space's property, not yours. So definitely, all right, do this at the designated time. Okay. To start the fuel cells, we are going to need our batteries, though. So here is internal on all batteries. Now we'll enable our fuel cells. They should all be producing volts, yeah? Now we'll tie them to the bus. Here's bus. Fuel cell 1's tied. We can see the 3 A, B, and C amps. And section 2. And here's the amp. So we can see load distribution on the fuel cells. They're automatically throttled. Here's our voltmeter. And this would be the fuel cell ammeter for each fuel cell. A, B, C, A, B, C. Now we can do the pre-flight checks. Yeah? So we come down to 5 minutes, but you're more than welcome to do these pre-flight checks now. Take the computer on, MDIU on. Computer is going to run through its self-checks. Good. Now you're going to take boost insert and retro rocket squibs to arm. Suit fan number 1 and 2. Cooling pump for the primary, pump A, and the secondary, pump A. Radiators will be on bypass. So all this is good. When we take the radiator to flow, we take the evaporator to normal flow. All this is looking good for now. Now the scanner goes to primary, the horizon scanner. Make sure that the D ring or the ejection ring is visible. Good. Now start computer. Platforms are aligning. While that's happening, feel free to just open these in case we abort. Once our computer alignment has completed, which it looks like it has, take it to ascent, but do not run. And now on the MDIU, address 72. And here, pre-launch procedures are complete.